Yes. Uh, Good morning, everyone. So today we have esteemed speaker Miss Smita Soni. Okay, before going ahead with the topic, I would like to introduce about OHR, who has host this program. So 8 years back in 2013, two HR professionals, Mr. Prashant Tithape and Mr. Jitendra Pense, they initiated this knowledge sharing journey as a OHR. The mission of OHR is to contribute actively to the HR function towards developing globally in competitive industry. So till date, 93 plus knowledge sharing sessions have been conducted by OHR. So with the blessings of all of you, OHR is now a trust, and we have been positively influencing HR professionals through various social media mediums like WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, etc. So we are also open for OHR knowledge sharing members by paying a nominal annual fee, and you can avail the benefits of such as knowledge sharing, networking, career planning, advice, etc. You can connect with Mr. Prashant Ithafe for the details. So I'll share his number and chat box in a while. And before going ahead, I would like to introduce our speaker also. So, Mrs. Smita Soni, she is a PhD holder and accredited management teacher. So she is Sangeet Visharad and certified stress management professional. She has learned Nad Yoga through an authentic lineage from the Himalayas. So she conducts programs in India and US through online and offline modes. So today she is sharing her valuable thoughts on life transformation through music. So let's see how can sound transform human life. So Smita ma'am, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. Is it possible to spotlight me? Okay. So, thank you once again. People are joining. I welcome all of you to this OHR forum. And perhaps a common question is there in everyone's mind: what has music to do with HR professionals? By the end of the session, I'm sure no one will have that doubt in mind. Moreover, most of you will be further interested in um, having a deep knowledge, at least dive within and see what's there in music and HR, the connectivity. So, welcome to the amazing world of sounds. Am I audible properly?
Yes, you are audible. Go
Yes,
ahead.
thank you. Basically, the question is, can sounds transform human life? As HR professionals, all of us are connected to human beings. I think all of us are connected with human beings, but we people are more connected because that is bread and butter, and throughout the day, we are dealing with people, their problems, their aspirations, their career growth, their payment, and whatnot. And then the question is, how do we connect with each other? We are connected to human beings, and how do we connect with each other? So, we are connected with each other through five sensory perceptions. So, I would like some of the audience to tell me what are these five sensory perceptions. Are we aware of that? I would like to keep the session interactive. If your video is off, it's okay. But whenever I am asking a few questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and participate. Because in an online session, unless you participate, I don't have any other clue to understand whether I am able to reach up to you or not. Any idea about the five senses?
Yeah, it's our nose, ear,
Correct.
skin, yeah.
Correct.
So
So,
eyes.
correct. So for smell it is nose. Then for sound it is ears. For say the vision it is our eyes. Then it is touch. Correct. So in Sanskrit we call it Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, that is taste, Rupa, that is vision, and Gandha, that is smell. So Shabda, Sparsha, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha are the five senses through which we are connected to each other. Rather, that is how we are connected to the whole world. And then in this order, first comes Shabda. Shabda is your capacity to speak and your capacity to listen. To what extent have we developed this particular tool which is gifted by Mother Nature to all of us? Just take an example. Let's close the eyes now. Let's close the eyes. Let's become more aware of our ears and let's listen to whatever we can. Please open your eyes now. आणि कोण सांगेल मला की काय काय ऐकू आलं? थोडंसं पार्टिसिपेशन एक्सपेक्टेड आहे.
Surrounding noise.
Surrounding noise. Okay. What was there in the surrounding noise?
As we are in a home, so we are getting the noise of the people's, miss our family.
Right. Human voices. Great. Something to add?
मी सांगू
हो बोला.
घड्याळाची टिकटिक येते, बाहेरचं कुत्र्याचं भुंकणं ऐकू येत आहे, स्वयंपाकघरातले आवाज येत आहेत.
हा. So,
जे वर्क फ्रॉम होम आहेत त्यांचे भांडी घासण्याचे आवाज पण येते.
ओके. आय होप की भांडी प्रेमाने घासली जात आहेत. सो भांडी आपल्याशी वेगळं काहीतरी बोलत नाहीये अशी अपेक्षा करते. That's precisely what we are speaking about today. The whole world is full of different sounds. We may not be so much conscious about this world, but each sound is communicating something with us. A typical example, if wife is, say, cleaning the utensils, people in the house are aware about the typical sound. And the moment that sound changes, मग नवरा एकदम घर आवरायला घेतो, मुलं अभ्यास करायला बसतात. सो काय घडलं? So the way the utensils were speaking were either normal or danger. What was that? The wife did not use any language, any words, but the sound of the utensils was able to communicate. Take the example of a blue collar worker who is working with his machine. When the machine is moving, there is a particular sound and he hears that sound. The moment there is something like, say, a kind of sound like, he will switch off the machine and he will say, kaitari adaklay. How does he come to know about that? That kaitari adaklay किंवा खडा गेला किंवा काही प्रॉब्लेम आहे. So how does he come to know about that? The machine is communicating something to us. These are very common examples. We are quite aware about the world of sounds. However, we have not learned to use this particular world of sounds more consciously. So what's there in this world of sounds? It so happened that while I was learning music, I came across something like Ahat and Anahat Dhwani or Ahat and Anahat Nad. So while our Guruji was teaching this to us, he gave us the example. He said, today I'm going to explain something about Akashvani. Akashvani means we all girls remember the same thing. Iyam Akashvani Samprati Vartaha Shruyantam. So I said, what does that Akashvani, that is All India Radio, have to do with our music tuition? And then our Guruji told us, this Akashvani has nothing to do with All India Radio. But think about a cosmic sound. And he gave us the example of Akashvani that happened at the time of Sri Krishna's birth. We said, oh, ते तर फक्त एक गोष्ट आहे सर, ते काय खरं घडलं नाही. And at that moment, our teacher started explaining us that there could be certain sounds which could be unstruck. There may not be any kind of friction there or any visible activity there which will produce a sound, but sound is produced. Human ears may not be able to listen to that sound, but you can feel the sound. He said, what is this magic? He said, as of now, we are just students of music. So we may not be able to comprehend completely what is this anahat nad or the unstruck sound. But that is in the form of subtle sound waves which are beyond the capacity of human ears to perceive, but they exist. At that time he said, now let us think about Akashvani, the All India Radio. Can you see the radio waves? आता मी जुनी गोष्ट सांगते, तर तेव्हा इंटरनेट नव्हतं अजून, मोबाईल फोन पण नव्हते. सो ही सेड की कॅन यू सी द रेडियो waves here? No, but if you tune your radio, you will be able to listen to whatever you want to. So that tuning is required, and once that tuning of a yogi with this cosmic wave happens, he will be able to listen to that anahat nad. So he said, Bapre, this is something beyond our perception. So he said, okay, as of now, you learn it only to the extent of writing a 5-mark note in your exam. So let's move on to Ahatanada. And then we started learning something about Ahatanada. Right now I am speaking to you using this tool of my voice, my throat. This is the best example of Ahatanada. So we have now understood Nada means Dhwani, Nada. So काही लोकांना वाटतं नाद खुळा वगैरे आहे का? तर तसं काही नाहीये. Some people believe की नाद योग वगैरे फॅड योग आहे का? थोडे दिवस एक फॅड आलं मग गेलं. But something that has been there in the old scriptures for centuries together may not be a fad yoga. So एक मिनिटामध्ये लेट्स अंडरस्टँड की हे नाद योगा प्रकरण आहे तरी काय, हा खरंच नाद खुळा नसून किंवा फॅड योग नसून काहीतरी आहे. So let's try to understand what's the meaning of the word yoga or yoga. Yoga means being united with or being one with or leaving all other sensory perceptions aside and focusing on the thing through which you want to connect with a particular thing. That is yoga. Let's take the example of yogasana. In yogasana, we focus upon our body. So for the time being, when we are doing yogasana with full interest and full focus, we forget the surroundings and we become one with the body. आणि मग जे खरोखर छान योगा करतात त्यांच्या बॉडी त्यांच्या कंट्रोलमध्ये येते, त्यांची बॉडी जणू त्यांच्याशी बोलते. लेट्स टेक अनदर एक्झाम्पल. अनदर एक्झाम्पल कुड बी भक्ती योगा. एखादा माणूस तुम्ही बघा की जो स्वामींची भक्ती करतो, और a gopi who is doing bhakti of Sri Krishna. Just see the surrender or that emotion of surrender that these people have. So that gopi forgets everything in the world, and for her the whole world is just Krishna, Krishna consciousness. She doesn't see anything in the world but Krishna. So we spoke about yogasana, we spoke about bhakti yoga. I will give you one more example. Think about a karma yogi. Karma is the thing that you are doing. whatever you are performing right now, while performing whatever you are performing for the time being, when you forget everything else and you are totally into it, you give your 100% to that work, see the quality that you can produce. Such people are called as कर्मयोगी. म्हणजे त्यांना त्यांच्या कामामध्ये परमेश्वरच भेटतो, दुसरं काहीच दिसत नाही. काम म्हणजे परमेश्वर. So pranayam, one more example, where we become so much conscious about our breath. It becomes pranayam. Similarly, now what is nada yoga? When we become conscious about the tools of nada, which are given to us by Mother Nature, primarily ears, throat, and we will speak about it further. So, when we become one with sound, it is called as Nada Yoga, and definitely it is not a fad yoga. So, let's do one more experiential now. So, what we will do is, we will again close our eyes, and please take your dominant hand, right or left, whatever. Please take your dominant hand, and while you are saying this humming sound with me, please put your fingers on your throat. So मी करतेय, माझ्यासोबत तुम्ही करा. आपल्याला भ्रामरी किंवा आपण त्यात जसा आवाज काढतो तसा काढायचा आहे, नुसतं म्हणायचंय आपल्याला. सो लेट्स डू इट टुगेदर. Sorry. So while doing were you able to feel something here? Let's do it with both hands now. Close the eyes and again have that humming sound. This time keep your fingers lightly on the sides of your nose. Let's repeat it once more. This time, let's keep it on our jaws. परत एकदा करूया. We can open the eyes. And who would like to share?
Yeah, shall I?
Oh,
I can feel, very slightly the vibrations. The vibrations of the sound from the within or from the inside.
correct. Great.
Every time sounds comes from different,
Correct.
from throat and all, just like that.
Right. So we were able to experience the vibrations. Many times we keep on receiving messages on WhatsApp, vibrate high. And we don't know what is vibrate high. So this was our first experience of understanding the vibrations inside our own body. Now just imagine, there is a glass bowl in your hand, a beautiful glass bowl. You are keeping it quite close to your nose. That bowl is filled with crystal clear water. We have a bowl in hand. It is a glass bowl. It is filled with crystal clear water and it is quite close to your face. Now just imagine you are breathing in and out. Just imagine when you breathe in and breathe out. What could come in your visualization when you were breathing out? What could come in your visualization?
Actually, it comes like, waves of the waters.
Great. Thin, beautiful, rhythmic ripples in the water. So that was the correct answer. Now just imagine your body. Your body, at least 2/3 of your body is filled with what?
Water only.
Water. Either in the form of certain fluids, chemicals, hormones, blood, plasma. So even more than 2/3 of your body could be filled with some liquids. It may not be water always, but it is filled with liquids. Now, when we are talking about sound, and we have understood that sound has got an impact on fluids, and we are creating consciously a particular sound, will it not have an impact on the fluids that our body has? We will come to this point of Nada Yoga in the later part of this discussion. This is the healing property of music. सेशन बोरिंग होता है का यूजफुल वाटता है? थोड़ा फीडबॅक द्या कारण तुमचे व्हिडिओ ऑफ आहेत, सो आय कॅनॉट
Yeah,
मेक आउट फ्रॉम युअर फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन्स.
yeah,
Yeah,
certainly
going
it
good.
is useful actually.
No, it's interesting.
Yes, thank you so much.
It indeed is interesting.
Yes, thank you. It so happened that I developed an interest in all these aspects of music when I was doing Sangeet Visharad. And I started reading specific Upanishads which speak about the sound and sound power. Basically, the ancient discussion or oldmost discussion about music and its different properties is found in Samaveda. There is also one story. It so happened that earlier people used to be aware. Earlier means ancient time. So prehistorical times. People were aware of 3 basic sounds. These 3 basic sounds were somewhat like this. People used to speak, people used to communicate, but when people would sing something in, say, prayers to God or to Pancha Mahabhutas, I will come to this word later, the 5 elements in the universe, people generally used to sing these 3 notes. And it so happened that one day when Sakshat Shankar and Parvati were spending some time together, it was Shiv who went beyond these 3 notes, and he started producing certain different sounds from his throat. And Parvati was like spellbound. After Shivji was over, Parvati asked him, "What did you say today? I haven't heard such beautiful notes before this. What do I call this?" And then she also asked a question to Shiva. "Shiva, exactly what are you? Every time I look at you, you appear something different to me." So here Shiva said, "Parvati, to entertain you, I created Rag Shri here." Narad Muni and some Gandharvas and some Apsaras were observing this thing. At this particular moment, Narad Muni said, if we disturb Shiva at this particular moment, he will lose the momentum and the grip. He is going beyond these 3 notes. These 3 notes were the typical notes that we use for offering prayers. So he is going beyond these 3 and let him explore. At this particular moment, it so happened that Parvati said that because you are singing differently today, I am feeling like dancing. And then Shiva started playing his damru and Parvati started dancing. and Shiva had different notes which came out from his throat. At this moment, the clouds started assembling in the sky, and then it started raining. And then Parvati said, "What magic? And this is not a rainy season. How come because of your song, the rain is coming?" Then Shiva said, "Parvati, just to entertain you, I created Rag Meghana. This is a story which is narrated." आपल्याला माहिती आहे की आपल्याकडे खूप कहाण्या कथा असतात. Essentially, they have certain message in that. So the message here is, the message that I could take from this story is, at a particular moment, we may have a limited experience of something. It is always possible to go beyond the limitations and see what else is possible in that space. So, prayers means this raga, these notes. But when Shiva decided to go beyond, he was able to create a lot of ragas. Then Narad Muni said, "Let's not disturb them." So they are creating something beautiful. So he called Bharat Muni, and Bharat Muni started noting down. So that is how Bharatache Natya Shastra and different granthas were made. So right now I will not go into the history of music. The only thing that I wanted to narrate is a possibility with sounds. Like this story tells us की 3 स्वरांच्या पलीकडे जाऊन बघा, काहीतरी सुंदर असू शकतं. Similarly, we HR professionals, we might be having a limited view of the knowledge that we have taken so far. I am not saying that knowledge is small, but knowledge could be limited. If we choose to go beyond, and if we can explore, perhaps by learning a little bit about music, or at least how to listen and what to listen, can we provide a different life experience to our employees? Can we change the way people are getting life experiences? So for this, I will come to the next part of Nada Yoga. We spoke about Anahat Nad, we spoke about Ahat Nad, we spoke about one dimension of Ahat Nad, and that is music. I will come back to music once again. The second dimension of Ahat Nada is Vani. मी आता बोलतेय तुमच्याशी, वाणी. Again, let me ask a question to people. Suppose you are managing a shop floor, or you are managing a showroom, or you are managing your own business, or you are HR manager in an IT firm, आणि तुमच्या इथे सगळे मस्त जोरदार शिकलेले IT इंजिनियर्स काम करतात. So, does that mean that people will not speak to each other? फक्त यंत्रांचाच आवाज येणार नाही, फक्त कम्प्युटरच्या तुमच्या कीबोर्डचा आवाज येणार नाही. सो पीपल विल स्पीक while they are at work. People have to speak while they are at work. When we speak about using this particular tool for communication skill, let me relate it to the modern day environment now. When we speak about communication skill, to what extent are we aware that communication also has two sides? Not the sender and the receiver side, no. While we are speaking, our communication itself has two sides. One is something which is coming from within, and other is what we are explicitly saying. Okay, let's take an example. Say, boss has called me. Boss has called me to his cabin for some work. The first thought that comes to my mind is, सकाळी सकाळी कोणाचं तोंड बघितलं आणि ह्यानी मला त्याच्या केबिन मध्ये बोलवलं. This is an implicit thought. Definitely I will not say this to my boss. Oh, सकाळी कोणाचं तोंड बघितलं आणि तुम्ही मला बोलवलं. I am not going to say that. But that thought as a vibration has already taken birth in my personality. Now I go to my boss, and then with all full polished manners, I do this. May I come in, sir? Good morning. All false feelings on my face, all drama. What is happening is we are paying so much attention to the outwardly polish, to the language, to English, to mannerisms. I don't undermine the importance of all of them. But while speaking explicitly to my boss, what is my internal dialogue? My internal dialogue is कटकट आहे काय मागच्या जन्मी काय केलं आणि यांच्या कंपनीत नोकरी मिळाली. I'm in two minds now. We are just talking about different vibrations that are being created in my body. Some are implicit, some are explicit. Okay. Explicit is something on which we work a lot. However, implicit is something which we have decided to ignore totally. Now, when we speak about work stress or the tension that we develop while working, this is one of the major reasons because our internal dialogue and our external dialogue is not matching. Talking in terms of Nada Yoga, we speak about 4 types of Vani. In English, we speak about 2, explicit and implicit. Explicit म्हणजे आपण बोलतोय. Implicit is our internal dialogue. So, in Nada Yoga, we speak about Para Pashyanti Madhyama Vaikhari. Para is something which is there in form of vibrations. It is there in my body in some form of vibrations. It could be in form of thoughts. I may or I may not be conscious about that as of now. Going a little ahead, when I start looking at a particular thought, it becomes Pashyanti Vani. I start looking at that thought. That thought is dash dash dash. That thought is, for example, how about eating idli today? I have hundreds of thoughts in my mind, but one thought I choose to look at. How about eating idli today? But then there is an internal dialogue. Should I eat idli? I shouldn't eat idli. काल पण इडलीच खाल्ली होती. त्या अण्णा जरा इडली चांगली नाही बनवत. These are not explicit thoughts. This is my internal dialogue. Then I decide, chalo, let us have idli today. Then I put it in words. And then I tell it to Anna. Anna, ek idli dya. Then it becomes my Vaikhari Vani. Para is in the form of thoughts. I may or may not be conscious about that. For Pashyanti, I start looking at that. I may or I may not speak about that. Madhyama is a kind of putting my thoughts in words, but I am still not choosing to speak about that. When I speak, it becomes Vaikhari. Okay. So, there is no need to go into all 4 possibilities because it's not possible for me to explain all 4 types in one hour. I just gave you a crude example or a raw example to make you aware की आपल्याकडे 4 प्रकार दिलेत, इंग्लिश मध्ये 2 दिलेत त्यांनी, explicit and implicit. Think about another dialogue, a typical dialogue that we may have in a family, especially joint family. Say, I have a mother-in-law, the first woman in my husband's life, and I have been given good conditioning, good sanskara, so I respect her. And she is also a modern mother-in-law, so she is also a good mother-in-law. She also respects me. It so happened that in the morning at 5:30, my mobile started playing music for me. So I thought today is to Sunday and OHR program is at 11. So at 5:30, I'm awake, but I'm still sleeping. Or I'm sleeping, but I'm still awake. And that particular phase is something which I enjoy. How many of us are enjoying that every day? So I put my mobile on snooze. I said ki 6:40 la bagu. No, sorry, 5:40 la bagu. So now perhaps I'm the happiest person on the earth. I'm in my bed. I'm awake. But it's okay if I don't start with my daily schedule now. My husband is on one side. My child is on the other side. This is my beautiful house. Ahaha. And now I have this internal dialogue which is saying, Smita, perhaps you are the happiest woman on the earth. Internal dialogue. There is another dialogue happening in the kitchen. There is a utensil which is making noise like thun, thun, thun. I said, उठल्या वाटतं. संडेला पण झोपू देत नाहीत. Being a modern mother-in-law, she will not directly enter my bedroom and say to me, उठा सुनबाई किती वाजले, आम्हाला चहा पण नाही. She will not say that. So she will utilize utensils to communicate that sound. Now, whenever I use my gas lighter, in just one click, it starts, the burner starts. But when it is the superwoman in the house, at least 5-6 वेळा ठकॅक, ठकॅक, ठकॅक. So my internal dialogue has an immediate shift. पहा, ते ठकाक ठकाक म्हणजे मला झोपू द्यायचं नाहीये ना. दुपारी झोपतात त्या, मला कामाला जायचंय. Internal dialogue has an immediate shift. But now what to do? Then I get up from my bed. I go to the kitchen and then I say, मी करते ना चहा, तुम्ही बसा. What is happening with Vani is the explicit Vani and the implicit Vani are not matching. What Nada Yoga teaches us is, because of this gap in the internal and the external dialogue, what may happen inside my body is some kind of distorted waves being created. So it could be in the form of excessive secretion of adrenaline, or it could be in the form of, say, some disorder here with my thyroid, or it could be an instant anger and then an affirmation, Smita tu shanta hai, Smita tu shanta hai, tu shanta hai, Smita, and putting that anger off artificially. So fluctuation in my BP. What Nada Yoga teaches us is identifying where we have such gaps in the internal and external dialogue and working there with the help of supporting sounds. How to do this may require a little more time, but Nada Yoga has powerful tools. So I have a question for the audience now. Whenever we organize trainings on communication skills, or whenever we have taken training on communication skill, what all were the factors which we focused? Any 1 or 2 responses would be good.
Listening, observing.
Listening, observing, okay.
What actually focusing on what is a feeling part while
Okay.
communicating or in the situation.
Correct. Good.
Means of communication.
Means of communication. Okay.
About the audience whom I am talking with.
Correct. Great. So all these are important tools, but we are already learning them. So if you want to go beyond them, a few things that Nada Yoga teaches us is like paying attention to our throat and say, let me give you an example. The typical song, Shah Rukh Khan, and I am not recollecting the name of the actress right now. It's a famous song. They're traveling in a train and the song is Chala Chaiya 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 Chala Chaiya 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 Chaiya. Most of you must have heard that song. See the voice modulation in this particular song. If that singer starts singing that song like Chala Chaiya 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 Chala Chaiya Chaiya Chaiya, it will not create that impact of adjusting yourself with the rhythm of the wheels of the train and the kind of open space. In an open space, you have to sing a little louder. Voice modulation. Now, Nada Yoga teaches us to pay attention to this particular skill. This tool we are already being given. If we start using this a little more consciously, the impact of what we speak will be phenomenally different. Now, for example, if husband and wife are speaking, suppose husband is trying to take out the wife for shopping or eating out or appreciating her for certain good things that she might be doing. Beside that, whenever husband and wife are communicating, if husband changes the tone, pitch and modulation in that case, think about a possibility of using this tool for creating very romantic sounds so that it can transform your relationship with your wife. And she will feel like being more attached to you as a husband. Kiva ulta. When wife is speaking to husband, think about speaking differently. So Nada Yoga essentially does not limit itself to music. It also teaches us how differently we can use this tool. Another tool is tongue. This tongue is being utilized for speaking. So to what extent have we taken effort on using this tongue properly? In Sanskrit, we have 52 varnas like ka, kha, ga, ga, ta, tha, da, da, and na, na, ma. To what extent we have paid attention to our pronunciation using this tongue properly? Then it also speaks about teeth, because for speaking, singing, we have to use the teeth. Then the mouth, the inner part of the mouth. Then the lips, because the sounds like P, 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 B require mouth. Then nose, the nasal sounds, no, no, they require usage of mouth. You just press your mouth and say ma, ba. This is not the right sound. So if we pay attention to all the tools that we are given, the quality of communication will be phenomenally superior. So right now, from our school, college and training, we have acquired certain skills of communication. Now the yoga will tell us how we can go beyond whatever we have learned so far and add little more value to that. To what extent are we conscious about our breath? Because breath is another tool that we can use to enhance the communication skill. You must have heard that some people speak in certain way, कि ते इतके शब्द बोलतात as if they have to catch some train, and then they go breathless. So their last two words cannot be heard properly. Then you have to ask, eh? And then you believe कि speaking with this person is a bit irritating because you have to ask all the time. So you ask him, preferably send me a text message. So here we can pay attention to our breath also. Then ears, even if we are sleeping, the ears are not closed. So this is a tool which is connected to the universe almost 24/7. And then the mind, because mind is the processing unit. Now I will take an example. Suppose, say, mother-in-law is making some noise in the kitchen and my inner dialogue is saying, काय कटकट आहे, ती आमची धाकटी नणंद आहे ना, ती घेऊन पण जात नाही, आमच्याच इथे ठेवलंय. मी करते ना चहा, तुम्ही बसा. That is my self dialogue and my explicit dialogue. Now here if I apply mind, perhaps I may choose to respond differently to this situation. And choosing to respond differently is also a part of Nada Yoga. So how to use your mind so that you can respond differently. Suppose boss is calling me, suppose customer is calling and he is making some kind of say complaint about the after sales service, or someone is negotiating too much and we म्हणते आता it is getting on my nerves, आता काय फुकट देऊ का याला. So how to transform these inner dialogues so that there isn't much gap between your implicit and explicit communication. In Nada Yoga we say, Satyam bruyat, Priyam bruyat, na bruyat Satyam apriyam. Satyam bruyat is speak the truth. Priyam bruyat is speak in good words, in sweet language. Na bruyat satyam apriyam. So don't speak something which is truth in such a language where it will hurt the emotion of someone else. We keep on coming across certain people who say, आम्ही bluntly बोलतो, आम्ही खरं बोलतो, तुम्हाला राग आला तर we don't care, आम्ही खरे. So that is also a kind of drama which people have to do. You don't have to tell it 100 times that you speak the truth. That means you yourself have somewhere, say, a problem with your own speaking skills. That's why you are giving explanation to 10 people. You must have come across such messages on WhatsApp. Those people who use sweet words are the people who are not real. Who decides that? Okay. So something that we want to speak out explicitly can be also reframed in proper language. And then this branch of Nada Yoga is called as Yuktimat Vani. Yuktimat Vani is quite close to some NLP tools, neuro-linguistic programming tools. Some of them are similar. Going ahead, let us go to the second dimension of Nada. So far we have spoken about the first dimension, that is Vani. We spoke about explicit and implicit. We said when there is too much of gap between your self-dialogue or your inner dialogue and what you have to speak because of whatever reasons, there is some kind of imbalance in your body, and Nada Yoga teaches us to use another sounds or another way of looking at life so that the gap is minimized. The second dimension is, the second dimension is music. So all of us were taught a little bit of music at school, and music is something which generally all of us love. So there are 7 notes, we are aware of that. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. Nada Yoga teaches us that these 7 swaras have a particular place in our body. Moreover, these 7 swaras are also related to 7 chakras in our body. We are aware that there are energy points in our body. So right now I will not go into all those energy points, and it might be not all that interesting to some of you, but I will just make a mention of that. So for each swara, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni and sa, these are different places which Nada Yoga has defined for us. So if someone wants to do meditation and meditation is too daunting, or it might be a little boring for that person, this person may choose to concentrate upon certain song or certain swaras which will clear the energy of that person. For these swaras, you can see there are so many possibilities. If you want to use your vocal cords, that is one possibility. If you want to use harmonium, or piano or such kind of instruments which will have swaras like this, it is also a possibility. This kind of musical instruments are called as Sushiravadya. I will not go into details of that, but it uses air to clear the energy of the person. Some instruments are like this. So this is wood, this is animal skin, and this is ink. Such instruments are called as Avanadha Vadya, and they are used as rhythm instruments. You can see some instruments like Gana Vadya. Gana is full of something. This instrument generally all of us use at the time of doing Aarti. So this is Janj, tal. Can you hear that sound? आवाज ऐकू आला का?
Yes, yes.
Yes. This is also a Gana Vadya. What does it remind us? What did that bell remind us of?
School.
School hour, temple.
School, temple, Aarti. Sound has got a deep impact on our emotion. It immediately creates a vibration. Those who chose to look at that particular vibration had that Pashyanti Vani first. Then they gave it some word in Marathi or Hindi, and the Vaikhari Vani spoke it. Okay. So, in Nada Yoga, we speak about multiple ragas. So, what is a raga? Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa is a aroha and avroha, or an octave or a saptak, which has all 7 notes. So, when we start making beautiful combinations and permutations of these swaras, a raga is born. For example, sa, re, ga, then skip ma, sa, re, ga, pa. So, we start moving towards rag bhu when we skip the 4th note. Sa, re, ga, ma, sa, re, ga, pa. It goes to rag bhu. So, we don't have to learn classical music to understand what is the healing property of that raga. Our old rishis have done a beautiful work for us, and it is all presented to us in the form of Swasthya Sangeet. So I will come to this part later. What happens here in Swasthya Sangeet is we utilize these ragas or these swaras or these notes for cleansing the energy which could be blocked in that person. Okay? So let us come back to this example. There is a continuous dilemma between my internal dialogue and my external dialogue. Internal dialogue is my sister-in-law doesn't take her to her house. She should take na. आता प्रॉपर्टीत येणार की नाही निम्मा वाटा घ्यायला, आईला न्यायला नको. दॅट इज माय इंटरनल डायलॉग. अँड माय एक्सटर्नल डायलॉग इज सासूबाई तुम्ही म्हणजे माझी दुसरी आई. And with this gap, what is happening is I am creating distortion. So for this kind of distortion, or because of this kind of distortion, there will be blockage of energy somewhere. Okay. So if I listen to proper music, and of course if I work on my throat and vani properly, I am able to remove or at least reduce this energy blockage. That is the concept in Swasthya Sangeet. You can close your eyes now. I'm saying something. Just close your eyes and try to identify if you are able to see some emotion which these swaras or these notes are triggering inside you. You can open the eyes. कुठलं इमोशन जाणवलं का आतमध्ये? माझा आवाज आला का प्रॉपरली?
शांत वाटलं,
शांत वाटलं, right? So if a mother is singing a song for her baby,
अंगाई गीत,
अंगाई गीत, लोरी, ओवी, it immediately created that feeling. Think about one more tune. Na 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 na. काय वाटलं?
Feeling of happiness or the togetherness.
Happiness, togetherness, freedom, enjoying. Think about one more tune. This is my favorite tune. What was the feeling?
Energetic. Bit of energetic.
मंत्र पठण वगैरे होतं ना, असं वाटतं.
येस, किती लोकांना असं वाटलं आत्ताचं गाणं ऐकून की एक हिरो हिरोईन असतील आणि मस्त झाडामागे पळत असतील? तर तसं नाहीये. आय वॉज नॉट युझिंग एनी वर्ड्स बिकॉज आय डिड नॉट वॉन्ट टू इन्फ्लुअन्स इट विथ द पॉवर ऑफ द वर्ड्स. सो each sound has a capacity to trigger a particular emotion. What has been already done by expert is they have identified these capacities of sounds and they have composed various songs. They have also prepared different ragas which will invoke that kind of feeling inside. So what Swasthya Sangeet does is, when we have a particular emotion in excess, it tells us how to counterbalance it with certain emotion with the help of a piece of music. Or if certain emotion is lacking in a particular person, what music he should listen to so that that feeling is, say, invoked. So with this kind of thing, what will happen is, firstly your internal dialogue slowly starts changing. Another thing is the overall life experience that we take phenomenally changes. Because with the help of sound, what is happening is our capacity to connect with the life experiences is increasing. Okay. This has to be experienced. At times, words have certain limitations. तुम्ही एखादा आर्मीचं सॉन्ग घेऊन बघा. समजा लक्ष्य मूवी आहे, सो लक्ष्य मूवी मधलं एखादं गाणं आठवून बघा किंवा तुमच्या माहितीतलं. जस्ट क्लोज युअर आईज अँड थिंक अबाउट दॅट सॉन्ग. कंधों से मिलते हैं कंधे, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं. काय होतंय? हे गाणं आपण जेव्हा ऐकतो, when we listen to this song, automatically we feel like some different kind of energy, or our legs or our feet start tapping on the floor. So आपण जे असे बसलेलो असतो, हे गाणं ऐकल्यावर एकदम आपण ताठ बसतो. In just 30 seconds, this song has capacity to bring quite a big shift in your energy level. Now think, if at our workplace we take a little bit of training, खूप complicated training मी नाही म्हणत आहे, a little bit of training regarding how to use different sounds, different songs and different ragas for bringing that instant shift in our energy level. Just think that for whatever reason, a customer badly insulted you today, and it has triggered a particular emotion which is creating sadness, sorrow, hopelessness, काही अर्थ नाही की ती करा यांच्यासाठी काहीतरी चुकतंच. So with this mood, what will happen to your overall performance? You will feel down. So if you learn in say this particular moment when you are feeling insulted, which song will quickly pull you out? If you are feeling romantic and you want your partner to respond to your feeling, which song will contribute? If you want people in your house to go to sleep, in that case, which song will help you? So music gives us magical results here. It works on stress, it works on mood swings, it works on anxiety, sleep disorders, pain, acidity, abusive language, then loneliness, depression to a great extent. And what they say in Nadi Yoga is amantram aksharam nasti, nasti moolam anaushadam, ayogyah purusho nasti, yojakastatra durlabha. So there is no letter which does not have the properties of a mantra. And yojakastatra durlabha, yojaka is manager. Managers are rare to find. Those who can manage and rearrange those letters in such a format where they will unlock their potential and they will act like a mantra for you. So Nada Yoga is that yojaka for us, that manager who teaches us how to transform the power of the words and the power of the swaras. However, I would also like to tell one thing here. These days, it is quite in fashion to download some mantra from the internet and put it as your mobile ringtone or keep listening to that mantra 100 times in a day. But I would not advise that. So for a common person like us, Nada Yoga suggests we can use the power of shlokas. So a shloka could be like this. गणाधीश जो ईश सर्वा गुणाचा मुळारंभ आरंभ तो निर्गुणाचा नमो शारदा मूळ चत्वार वाचा गमू पंथ आनंद या राघवाचा. So this is just an example. So any shloka that your parents or your teachers might have taught you, that would be good because these are time tested. Another could be stotra or bhajan or kirtan or namasmaran. These things are suggested for common man. If you are talking of a mantra, in that case you have to consult someone who knows about it. A mantra may have certain power. Some time back I heard someone saying Shivatandav Stotra. सहज मी ना शिवतांडव स्तोत्र 4 वेळा ऐकतो. No problem. पण another thing is, are you aware of how much energy those words and those notes will create? तुमचं शरीर सध्या ते ऐकायला तयार आहे का? So just think about a bulb which has a capacity of say 100 आणि तुम्ही त्याच्यात 1000 वॉट टाकले तर त्या बल्बला झेपणार आहे का ते? So essentially I am not saying that every mantra will have such kind of power. Power म्हणजे मी जादूटोणा बोलत नाही बरं. I am not talking about black magic. We are not talking about such things at all. But the kind of energy that such stotra, such mantra will create, perhaps you are not all that ready for it right now. So you should consult someone. So if you have done a little bit of spiritual sadhana, spiritual practice earlier, and your guru has advised us to say a particular mantra or a particular thing like that stotra, in that case it is all right. Otherwise, for us, say time tested shlokas or stotras like say Ganpati stotra, Maruti stotra are okay. But listening to any mantra 108 times without consulting a guru may not be all that advisable. I was also showing you this particular thing. I hope you can see this. This is a Tibetan bowl. There is something written here. There is one more syllable here. It is made up of metal and this is wood. Let us make an attempt to listen to this. Sometimes in online platform, the sound may not be all that powerful. Just pay attention to this. आवाज आला का?
हो आला छान आला.
Yes.
Yes.
We can use this for mindfulness with the help of sound. So what happens is when we play this, लगेच इंटरनेटवरनं उद्या ऑर्डर नका करू, याचं ट्युनिंग कुठलं आहे बघून घ्यावं लागतं. So if you can see inside, there are 5 yogis carved here. Then there is a mantra here. If you don't look at it properly, you will lose your attention and you will lose that sound. So you have to look at it. You have to look here. You have to look at the posture of the yogi. You have to hold this properly. This is touch. So this is vision. This is touch. This is sound. Here also I am touching it. So this is touch. So we can use it as a mindfulness tool. So when we are looking at it and when we are listening to the sound, after a minute or so, it automatically happens that we start forgetting the surroundings. Even if we are able to take this experience for a minute or so, we will immediately experience that the tension that we had accumulated in our body is released. This has to be experienced. This cannot be. However, a word of caution here, you might be able to listen to this particular sound on the internet. I do not advise that without consulting someone, you should start listening to the voice of Tibetan bowl for more than a minute or so. Okay, there is something called as resonance. Are you aware of that? A simple example is some 100 years back, there was a bridge and army was walking over that bridge. It was a very strong bridge and still it so happened that the bridge collapsed. So what happened? People were not able to understand what actually happened. But it so happened that a particular frequency, or because of the resonance, it so happened that the whole bridge was shattered. Now, when you listen to such sound for an extended time without consulting anyone, there is some kind of metal in our body. For example, कोणाच्या तरी दातात चांदी भरली आहे, कोणाचं हार्टची सर्जरी झाली आहे, कोणाच्या बॉडीमध्ये स्क्रू आहे, or someone's mind is having too much of turmoil inside, and that is why it may not be advisable to extend listening to such kind of instruments for too much of time. For that, we have these instruments. हे तुम्ही किती वाजवा किती ऐका. दिस इज वन मोर स्ट्रिंग इन्स्ट्रुमेंट. हे तुम्ही दिवसभर वाजवा, काही हरकत नाही. So you can listen to this. Okay, it will not cause a harm. This is also a string instrument, guitar. So coming back to our point, we were speaking about the healing properties of music. What happens is there are cycles of kapha, vata and pitta inside our body. These kapha, vata and pitta cycles keep on changing on their own. Similarly, there is Samay Chakra in the universe outside. So the sun rises, it goes to the peak, and then the sun sets. Then there is evening time, Sandhikal, and after evening time, there is darkness. The darkness is also deep and more deep, and then the darkness gets over, the dawn is there. After the dawn, the sun will rise again. So there is Samay Chakra. Chakra is cyclical fluctuations. Is there outside. Similarly, some cycles are there inside. When there are certain frictions, you must have heard people saying, season change चा त्रास है. Or there are some people, so because of heat or because of excessive, say, sun outside, त्यांचं डोकं दुखतं. So where you are not able to adjust your body with the environment outside, music can heal you beautifully. So these are different healing properties of music. And the last part, before I close the session today, I hope the session is not boring. The last part is Nada Siddhi. When I started reading about Nada Siddhi, the first thing that came to my mind was a fake Baba. That fake Baba had Agni. Then that fake Baba had something like a human skull and bones in hand. My mind created all these pictures. The moment I heard the word Siddhi, I created these pictures. This fake Baba is doing some chumantar and he is influencing someone's mind. आणि आता तू माझ्या कब्जात आहेस. So I said, nah Baba, this is something which I will not explore further. However, while reading Patanjali Yoga later, I came across this particular terminology. So Siddhi essentially does not mean cha chu chu mantar or taking somebody's mind in your control. No. It is a kind of manifestation of your own goal. So how sound or how music will help us in having that Nada Siddhi or manifestation of your goal? A person who is listening to correct music, who knows what to listen to or what to sing. And because of this good musical habit, his concentration while studying improves. What is the manifestation? Outer रूप याचं काय? परीक्षेत मार्क छान पडले ना, और हँडरायटिंग सुधारलं, और शाळेतली मुलं असतील पाढेपाठ झाले. What is happening is, at a particular age or at every stage in our life, we may have certain goals, and everyone has. How music will contribute in manifesting our goals is Nada Siddhi. So how to listen to music is something which will help us here. So your study habits will improve, your memory will improve, your handwriting will improve, you will start taking more interest in learning. Naturally, the marks in exam will increase. If you are not a student as of now, if you are employed somewhere, and most of us are, so in that case, it will improve our focus at work. We will start living in the present moment, and we will start getting the experience of performing at this particular moment, which will create that feeling of satisfaction and completeness while doing it. So we will not depend on external nada. External nada is, Smita, तू किती छान काम केलंस. Internal nada is I know in this particular moment I am enjoying what I am doing. So my internal dialogue will start working for me. Then, because of focus at work, because of concentration, because of being mindful when I am doing things, my results will start improving. When my results start improving, naturally it has got some kind of impact on my increment, promotion, the appreciation that I start getting from my team members. Then, when I work upon my own voice, the way I communicate with my colleagues, with my boss, with people in my family, with my neighbors, with the society at large, this will transform. As a result, the way people respond to me start transforming. So, the amount of conflicts that we may have start reducing. And it's also possible that they are as good as, say, nil in my life if I am able to use music here. So we spoke about good health with the help of music. We spoke about better interpersonal relations. We spoke about better study habits. We spoke about focus at work, improving the quality of work, enjoying this particular moment. We spoke about love, expressing love and receiving love from people. So with this, I believe whatever I had to speak about Nada Yoga and using music for transforming life is enough for the time being, because this is like vast ocean of knowledge. 2 उपनिषद तर पूर्ण याविषयी बोलतात and संपूर्ण संगीत शास्त्र आहे and plus healing आहे. So I just gave you a flavor of each aspect of Nada Yoga. And now the forum is open to questions and answers, and I can see a question here. कामगार व HR संबंध सुधारण्यासाठी, चिडचिडपणा कमी करण्यासाठी कशा पद्धतीने उपाययोजना कराव्यात? सुबोध बेले, खूप छान प्रश्न आहे तुमचा. ही एक मोठी गरज आहे. And to start with, a general suggestion to you could be, when you start your day in the morning, just see if you can open the day with some peaceful, beautiful music.
Okay.
जर असे स्पेसिफिक प्रश्न असतील ना, म्हणजे तुम्ही ज्या कंपनीविषयी बोलताय की तिथे डॅश टाईपची भांडणं आहेत, तर त्याला केस टू केस बघावं लागेल.
ओके.
पण जनरल सजेशन जे सगळ्यांना काम करतं, स्टार्ट अ डे विथ सम पीसफुल म्युझिक.
ते डिपेंड ऑन कसं आहे, कामाच्या याच्यावरती अवलंबून असतं. कामामध्ये माणसाच्या मनामध्ये एकदम चिडका तयार होते, हा बऱ्याच दिवसांचा प्रश्न, कारण की एम्प्लॉईज आणि याच्या रिलेशन जो मुद्दा आहे अतिशय महत्वाचा आहे. आणि या दृष्टिकोनातून कामगारांनी ती मानसिकता बघतो अगोदर, त्याची नेमकी मानसिकता काय असेल, कशामुळे तो एवढा चिडला असेल, का त्याला कामाचा त्रास आलाय का, कामाचं स्ट्रेस वाढलंय का, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी मला वाटतं परिणाम करतात. हे मला ह्या तुमच्या याच्या प्रोग्राम मधून सुद्धा जाणवतंय की इट इज रिलेटेड विथ द हार्मोन्स. बॉडी आतमध्ये काय क्रिएट आहे किंवा तोंडावरती काय बोलायचं, समोर आतमध्ये काय लपवायचं, ह्या बेसिकली. ओके,
खरंय. एखादा माणूस घरून पण भांडून आलेला असू शकतो ना.
हो, क्वालिटी आहे. ते बॅकग्राऊंड जर आपण बघितलं ना, त्याच्यामध्ये मग तेव्हा हळूहळू व्यक्त होतो, तो एकदम व्यक्त काही काळानंतर जाणवी याच्यामुळे काहीतरी वेगळं आहे. मग त्यावेळेस सांगत बाबा आता नाहीये, वेगळ्या वातावरण आल्यानंतर बोलूया.
मग इथे एखादी प्रेयर तुम्ही जर केली तर एखादी कॉमन तुम्ही अशी ठेवू शकता. मला वाटतं नाना पाटेकर यांचा एक मूवी आहे प्रकाश आमटे यांच्यावरचा, तर त्याच्यात एक सुंदर प्रार्थना आहे. तर ती प्रार्थना तुम्ही बघा की तुम्हाला कशी वाटते. आणि आपण त्याला प्रार्थना असं नाव द्यायचं नाही, आपण त्याला संगीत असंच म्हणायचं. कारण प्रार्थना म्हटल्यावर लोक एकदम जाती धर्म याच्यातच शिरतात. अर्थात त्या प्रार्थनेमध्ये त्यांनी कुठल्याही देवाचं नाव घेतलं नाही, जसं गणपती शंकर असं म्हटलं नाहीये. पण तरीही ते गाणं तुम्ही ऐकून बघा, तू शक्ती दे.
तू
मला
बुद्धी दे.
वाटतं OHR मध्ये ते गाणं नेहमी तुम्ही सुरुवातीला लावता, बरोबर आहे ना प्रशांत सर?
हॅलो.
हा बोला. सो
यू कंटिन्यू. या.
हा, सो ती प्रार्थना तुम्ही वापरू शकता, किंवा अशीच एखादी प्रार्थना किंवा असं एखादं शांत पीसफुल असं संगीत. तुम्हाला जर शब्द नको असतील तर इन्स्ट्रुमेंटल म्युझिक वापरू शकता तिथे तुम्ही, आणि इन्स्ट्रुमेंटल म्युझिकनी पण खूप छान इम्पॅक्ट येतो. सो इन्स्ट्रुमेंटल म्युझिकसाठी तुमच्या इथे नॉईज किती असतो त्यावर आहे, पण पंडित हरिप्रसाद चौरसिया आणि शिवकुमार शर्मा यांची जुनी पीस ऑफ आर्ट आहे, कॉल ऑफ द व्हॅली.
इथे कंपनीमध्ये जे आहे ना ते मशीनचा आवाज वगैरे असतो, इंजेक्शन मोल्डिंग, कॉम्प्रेशन मोल्डिंग, त्यामुळं
कॉल ऑफ द व्हॅलीच्या बारीक फ्रिक्वेन्सीज तिथे ऐकू नाही येणार. लोक जेव्हा पंच करतात ना तेव्हा त्या आजूबाजूला संगीत लावून ठेवता येईल. बाहेरून आलो की पाय धुवून मगच घरात येतो, तसं कंपनीत येताना आपण आपले इमोशन थोडे मागे टाकून त्या प्रेयरची एनर्जी घेऊन मगच आत येऊ शकतो.
Yes, that's a good suggestion. I think you can be trying to implement this.
Yes, definitely. अजून एक प्रश्न आहे. अनिल बावडे, व्हेरी नाईसली कंडक्टेड. थँक्यू सो मच अनिल सर. राजेंद्र यांचा प्रश्न आहे, व्हॉट इज गुड टाइम टू लिसन टू म्युझिक? Actually 24 hours are great to listen to music. If we can understand the purpose for which you specifically want to listen to music, the question will be more specific. So आता आपण जर त्याचा एक सपोर्ट म्हणून उपयोग करत असू म्युझिकचा, तर फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुमची मुलं जेव्हा अभ्यासाला बसतात तर फॉर देम दॅट कुड बी द बेस्ट टाइम टू लिसन टू म्युझिक. किंवा अजून एक पॉसिबिलिटी आहे, लहान आवाजामध्ये मुलं जनरली अभ्यासाला ठराविक वेळी बसतात ना, सो त्याच्या थोडं आधी यू कॅन स्टार्ट प्लेइंग अ पर्टिक्युलर रागा. सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल इफ इट इज राग यमन, start playing Rag Yaman every day a little before that typical time. समजा मुलं 6ला बसत असतील तर अराउंड 5:30. सो सॉफ्ट टोन मध्ये ठेवा, खूप मोठं नको, अँड कीप ऑन सिलेक्टिंग डिफरंट आर्टिस्ट ऑफ द सेम रागा. सो what will happen is after a few days the child will start understanding that these typical sounds have got something to do with my study time. आता हे आपण त्यांना खूप इम्पोज नाही करायचंय, कारण मग मुलं म्हणणार ते काय ते तू ऊ लावलं ते नको. सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू इम्पोज इट ऑन दॅट. सो विथ दिस व्हॉट विल हॅपन इज whenever they are sitting at their study table, at the background they have listened to these particular swaras. Now when the child is going for his exam, before his exam, when he is eating or something, he is taking his bath, he is getting ready, at that time you can play the same raga. So he will take that tune, those swaras, that typical song. If you are playing in Rag Yaman is just an example. ते गुणगुणत तो एक्झामला जाईल. He will not feel the pressure at the time of exam because he has already associated those swaras with concentration, focus and ease of work. Ease of work का की तो घरीच अभ्यास करतोय, कसलं टेन्शन नाही. So the exam hall will become a place of ease for him, आणि त्याला सगळं छान आठवतं आणि मग तो छान पेपर लिहितो. The only thing is this will not have an overnight impact. म्हणजे काल राग ऐकवला आणि आज पहिला नंबर आला असं होणार नाही, पण हे आपण कन्सिस्टंटली थोडे दिवस केलं की याचा रिझल्ट फारच सुंदर मिळतो. ऍक्च्युली देर आर रिसर्चेस की स्पेशली एबल लोकांना इम्पॅक्ट होतो, नंतर हँडिकॅप्ड लोकांना वेगळा इम्पॅक्ट होतो. व्हॉट डू यू थिंक that listening of birds chirping affects or which kind of emotions it arises inside within? Since every bird has different sound, that's a beautiful question. As of now, it may not be possible for us to separate out the sounds of the birds unless you have a particular bird in front of you who is singing for you. सो आपण म्हणतो पक्ष्यांची किलबिल आणि सगळा मिळून एक आवाज आपल्याला ऐकू येतो, हो की नाही? सो तो आवाज आपल्यासाठी एकदम रिलॅक्सिंग आहे आणि तुम्हाला इथे काहीतरी मी दाखवते. हा, एक स्क्रीन शेअर करते. Just give me a second. If you can see this, yes. This is an example of Anahat Nada, where human ears can't hear that particular sound, but science says such sound of such frequency is there and it is helping humanity as well. So I want to show you something. Yes. This is the slide. राजम यांचे व्हायोलिन वादन ऐकून कोमातून महिला बाहेर, डॉक्टरचा होता सल्ला. So a patient who was admitted in a hospital in Kolkata, who was in coma, she listened to Hindustani Shastriya Sangeet. The artist was Vidushi N. Rajam, and because of that she chose to respond. I mean her body chose to respond to the medicines. आणि मग एन राजम यांनी म्हटलंय की माझ्या व्हायोलिन वादनाने कुणाला नवे आयुष्य मिळू शकते असा मी कधी विचारही केला नव्हता. आणि द राग दॅट दे हॅव स्पेसिफाईड हिअर इज राग दरबारी. वन मोर स्लाइड. कुमार शानूचा आवाज ठरला आजारांवर उपचार. सो स्वित्झर्लंड मधील एका रुग्णालयामध्ये ऍडमिट असलेल्या एका मुलाला कुछ ना कहो हे गाणं ऐकून त्याचा मेडिसिनला आलेला रिस्पॉन्स वाढला आणि या गाण्यामुळे प्रत्येक वेळेस रुग्णाने प्रतिसाद दिला. सो कुमार शानूच्या गळ्यातल्या फ्रिक्वेन्सीचा तज्ज्ञांनी अभ्यास केला आणि घोषित केले की त्याच्या आवाजाची वारंवारता पक्षाघात बरा करण्यासाठी पुरेशी आहे. आता याच्यावरती अजून रिसर्च केला जाईल वेगवेगळ्या देशांमध्ये. वाय आय एम शोईंग दिस टू यू इज तुमचा संगीताच्या पॉवरवर विश्वास बसावा म्हणून. आता कुमार शानूचा आवाज म्हणजे काय कुठला वेदमंत्र नाहीये, कुठला धर्म नाहीये, साधं बॉलिवूड सॉन्ग आहे होतो कुछ ना कहो, हो की नाही? पण त्याच्याने सुद्धा इतक्या सुंदर तुमच्या बॉडीचे रिस्पॉन्सेस बदलू शकतात. So now I am showing you my own experience where I got a chance to speak about this at a forum in USA. The forum is Om is equal to MC square. It is a conference on Advaita, the science and spirituality, non-duality. Advaita, दोन्ही मिळून एकच आहे. स्वामी विवेकानंदांनी जे अमेरिकेमध्ये वेदांता सोसायटी स्थापन केली त्याचे प्रमुख आहेत सध्याचे स्वामी सर्वप्रियानंद. म्हणजे तिथे जाऊन बोलायची माझी काही एवढी लायकी असं नाही, पण हे गुरुकृपेमुळे मला जमलं. यांचा चेहरा मी झाकून टाकलाय. दिस इज साऊंड बाथ अँड साऊंड मसाज. अ डॉक्टर इज गिव्हिंग अ साऊंड मसाज. हे आपल्या रस्त्याच्या कडेला बोंधू बाबा असतात ना, सर्व रोगांचा एकच इलाज, तसे नाही आहेत बरं का, यांच्याकडे मेडिकल लायसन्स असतं. This is from USA, huh? So you can see different instruments. आपण याला तुतारी वगैरे असं म्हणू शकतो, which is creating beautiful lower frequencies. त्या एकदम असा आवाज करतात. People in USA are using what? Ghanta. We saw ghanta here. Bell. आपण अगदी त्या घंट्याचा विनोदच करून टाकलाय. असो So we can also see conch, shankh hai. Then we can see हे टाळ आहेत एकत्र केलेले, घुंगरू दिसतायत इथे, इकडे झांज दिसतीये तुम्हाला. अमेरिकेतले लोक पेशंटला बरं करायला हे वापरतायत. हे स्वतः मी फोटो काढलेत. दिस इज नॉट डाउनलोडेड फ्रॉम समवेअर. Here they make the patient listen to different music. This is me. इथे बिफोर आणि आफ्टर असं त्यांनी माझ्यावरच करून दाखवलं. सो what were my frequencies before listening to music, and they are also attaching certain colors and vibrations to it. So before and after. This is myself, म्हणून मी तो चेहरा बंद नाही केला तिथे. One more example. A patient listening to music, and the music healer is making the patient listen to certain music. So these are sound studios where patients come and listen to music. So let me stop sharing here. Yes, Vagh sir.
Just want to say something about the gentleman asked a few minutes back.
Yes.
What I experienced na, when there is a conflict between what I am saying, what I am feeling, what I am thinking and what I am acting, तर त्याच्या ह्याच्यामधून जो रेझोनन्स क्रिएट होतो तो खूप वेगळा असतो आणि त्याच्या ह्याच्यामुळे हे येतात. आणि व्हॉट यू आर सेइंग राईट नाव त्याच्यावरती थोडंसं एक्सपिरियन्स ऍड करायचा आहे. तर ज्याचं आपल्याला नादयोगामध्ये वाणी शुद्धी म्हटलं जातं किंवा जी बोलतो त्याच्यातनं एक ऐकणाऱ्याला गोडवा वाटावा अशी जी वाणी शुद्ध व्हावी म्हणून सांगितलेलं जे आहे, त्यासाठी जे अनेक उपाय जे सांगितलेले आहेत आणि त्यातले जे काही मी प्रॅक्टिस करतो त्याच्याबद्दल सांगायचं की जर दिवसातनं फक्त 5 मिनिटं ओंकार ध्वनी केला, अर्थात ओंकाराचे वेगवेगळे प्रकार आहेत, ऱ्हस्व दीर्घ बरेच काही त्याच्यामध्ये डीप आहे, पण जसा स्वतःला जमेल तशी सुरुवात 5 मिनिटं एका जागी बसून फक्त ओंकाराचा नाद केला तर वाणी शुद्धी व्हायला प्रचंड मदत होते. आणि दुसरं, इन्क्लुडिंग लेडीज अँड जेंट्स एव्हरीबडी, जर शंखध्वनी किमान 3 वेळेला दीर्घ शंखध्वनी जर केला, शंख वाजवायला शिकलं आणि शंख जर वाजवता आला, ज्ञान वाजवायची प्रॅक्टिस सुरुवात केली तर तो जवळजवळ 80% आजारांवरती, सायकिक ॲज वेल ॲज फिजिकल आजारांवरती पण त्याचा इफेक्ट चांगला होतो रिकवर होण्यासाठी म्हणून. आणि जे माझ्या बायकोच्या बाबतीत मी करतोय, जे विच यू नो पर्सनली व्हेरी वेल, तर त्याचा प्रचंड फायदा त्याचा होतो. सो जस्ट रिक्वेस्ट, आणि हे खूप कमी ह्याच्यात, म्हणजे शंख तुम्हाला एकदाच आयुष्यात विकत घ्यावा लागतो, त्यासाठी जी काही गुड इन्व्हेस्टमेंट असेल ती होती. पण जर दिवसातनं कुठल्याही वेळेला, स्पेसिफिकली प्रातः मुहूर्तावरती तर जास्ती चांगलं, पण कुठल्याही वेळेला जर 5 मिनिटं ओंकार ध्वनी आणि 3 वेळेला दिवसातनं दीर्घ शंखनाद केला तर नाद शुद्धीला खूप त्याचा इफेक्टिव्हली परिणाम होतो. थँक्यू फॉर शेअरिंग.
येस. आणि एकच फक्त मी इथे सांगते की डायरेक्ट बाजारातून आणून कोणी शंख वाजवू नका, कोणाचा तरी सल्ला घ्या. कारण आजकाल काय असतं, कधी डोळ्यांचं ऑपरेशन झालेलं असतं, कोणाचे सायनस ब्लॉक असतात, तर एकदा तुम्ही योग्य व्यक्तीचा सल्ला घेऊन मग ते शिका आणि मग करा. कारण कुठल्याही प्रॅक्टिसमध्ये आपण त्याच्याशी खेळत नाही, कारण शेवटी आपण आपल्या श्वासाशी खेळतो. जर आपल्याला येत नसेल तर एकदा फक्त शिका आणि नंतर तुम्ही प्रॅक्टिस करू शकता. ओंकाराची साधना पण तशीच आहे की त्याला ऱ्हस्व दीर्घ आणि प्लुत असं असतं. ऱ्हस्व म्हणजे छोटा, दीर्घ म्हणजे मोठा आणि प्लुत म्हणजे अजून दीर्घ. तर तुम्ही कसा म्हणावा हे एकदा कोणाला तरी विचारा. In Nadi Yoga sessions, we don't have sittings. So what we do is we conduct programs and we suggest what to listen to, what to sing, and then you can practice on your own. So here we have 5-day workshops, those who want to learn it and those who want to practice it more seriously. Those who want to use it only for the purpose of healing aspects, we have a 1-day workshop. So in the 1-day workshop, we address different aspects like mental wellness, bodily immunity, then handling issues like sleep disorders, stress, anger issues, anxiety, किंवा मनावर दडपण असतं किंवा जुन्या मेमरीजमुळे डोकं सारखं फिरतं. काही लोकांना ही सवय लागलेली असते. मग तिने तसं का केलं इज अ डायलॉग. मग तिने तसं का केलं आपण विचारलं तर मग त्यावेळी आमच्या लग्नात, अच्छा मग कधी झालं लग्न, 1994ला. म्हणजे 1994 पासून आजपर्यंत तुम्ही ती व्हाइब्स तुमच्या मनात जपलीत. तर ही कशी काढायची हे आम्ही एकदा शिकवतो. इतकं भयंकर नसतं ते की रोज तुम्ही माझ्याकडे या आणि मी तुम्हाला गाऊन दाखवते. तर एवढा भयानक प्रकार नसतो. मोठ्या मोठ्या गायकांनी आणि संगीतकारांनी आपल्यावर उपकार केलेले आहेत, तर त्यांचंच तुम्ही ऐकायचं आहे. फक्त काय आणि कधी ऐका याचा मार्गदर्शन जरूर घ्या, किंवा काय कधी वाजवा याचं एकदा मार्गदर्शन जरूर घ्या. अजून एक काहीतरी प्रश्न दिसतोय. न्यू इन्साइट्स एज अ ह्युमन बीइंग अँड HR प्रोफेशनल. थँक्स अ लॉट. थँक्यू प्रतिभा मॅडम, थँक्यू सो मच. अजून काही प्रश्न असतील तर विचारा. तुम्ही तुमची संडेची मॉर्निंग इन्व्हेस्ट केली या सेशनसाठी, म्हणून मी तुम्हाला खूप खूप धन्यवाद देते. मला वाटतं थोडे दिवसांनी जर अजून वेस्टर्न लोकांनी याच्यावरती पण त्यांचे कॉपीराईट आणि पेटंट बुक केले की आपण हे 4 पट किमतीला विकत घ्यायची आपल्यावर वेळ येऊ नये. सो सुरुवातीपासूनच आपण आपला म्युझिक विषयी कॉन्शियसनेस वाढवूया आणि आपल्या डेली प्रॅक्टिसमध्ये तो आणूया. सो आय विश all those who have invested their time today in listening to this session were able to gain some knowledge out of it. I wish motherly energy, Goddess Saraswati and the whole universe to bless all of you with its blessings. I wish that all of you come across very pure and sweet nadas, and you always produce sweet nadas in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Smita ma'am. It was really wonderful session. Yeah, and thank you audience for joining in spite of your weekend. So we really appreciate that you invested time for some valuable things, and we got to learn some new things to come over our anxiety, stress, etc. Thank you very much, Smita ma'am, and thank you audience. It's time to leave now.
खूप छान झालं सेशन. तुमचे जे आहेत ना वेगळे वेगळे सेशन्स, त्याचे डिटेल्स कुठे मिळतील? म्हणजे मला उपचारांसाठी तुम्ही म्हणलात ना 1 दिवसाचं वर्कशॉप आहे.
मी चॅटबॉक्स मध्ये टाइप करते.
OHR ग्रुपवर टाकू शकाल का?
हो. आपल्याकडे जेव्हा एक संपूर्ण दिवस असतो ना, तेव्हा आपण या प्रत्येकातला रिसर्च एक्सप्लोअर करून बघू शकतो, कारण आपण बुद्धिवादी माणसं आहोत. सो आपण जेव्हा म्हणतो की याचा अल्झायमरसाठी उपयोग होतो किंवा डिमेन्शियासाठी किंवा थोडक्यात विस्मरण याच्यासाठी उपयोग होतो, तर ते आपल्याला ऍक्च्युली हार्वर्डमध्ये कसा रिसर्च झालाय याचे व्हिडिओज बघता येतील. आणखीन मग ज्यांना शास्त्रीय संगीत खूप नाही आवडत, त्यांच्यासाठी ही इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्स आहेत वेस्टर्न वगैरे, तर त्यांनी काय ऐकायचं, ज्यांना आऊ नकोय तर ते पण आपल्याला त्या सेशन मध्ये घेता येतं. बरं, जे खूप धार्मिक नाही आहेत आणि ज्यांना प्रेयर नाही करायचे, मग ते काय त्यांनी म्हणावं, प्रेयर नको असेल तर काय. तर ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला अशा 1 तासात एक्सप्लोअर नाही करतायत, त्यामुळे त्याला तेवढा
ते कधी असतं ते तुम्ही सांगता का? रेग्युलर असतंच तुमच्याकडे?
दर महिन्याला एक मी घेते आणि कॉर्पोरेटमध्ये खूप घेते, कारण सध्या मेंटल वेलनेसची खूप गरज आहे. कारण मागच्या 1-1.5 वर्षात आपण सगळे विचित्र काळातनं गेलो आणि खूप पायलअप झालंय सगळ्यांवर. तर ते काही याच्यात खर्च नाहीये ना तुम्हाला, काही औषध घ्यायचं नाही, काही पुन्हा पुन्हा सेशन्स नाही यायचं नाही, काही नाही.
ते कधी असतं ते कसं कळेल असं विचारते. तर तुम्हाला कॉन्टॅक्ट करायचं.
तुम्ही ओनली HRच्या ग्रुपवर आहात का?
नाही.
मॅडम, मी तुम्हाला माझा नंबर पाठवलाय चॅट बॉक्स मध्ये. तुम्ही मेसेज पाठवा मला, मी तुम्हाला आमच्या व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुप मध्ये ऍड करून घेईल. जस्ट टू ऍड टू व्हॉट डॉक्टर स्मिता इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. We are also OHR is also in process of designing some session one day or either a half day. That soon we'll announce that. So you can WhatsApp me. I have
मोस्ट
given
वेलकम
my
टू
message. Yeah.
प्रशांत सर, तुम्ही जर अरेंज करू शकलात तर नथिंग लाईक इट.
Yeah. I will contact you for this.
थँक्यू सो मच. सो
Thank you.
जाता जाता सर्वांसाठी एक टिप देऊन जाते. जसे एन राजमने आपल्याला सांगितलं की राग दरबारी ऐकल्याने त्या व्यक्तीला कोमातून बाहेर यायला मदत झाली, त्याचप्रमाणे आज आता तुम्ही सगळेजण इथे आलायत तुमचा टाइम इन्व्हेस्ट करून. सो तुम्हाला एक टिप मी जरूर देते. राग दरबारी हा मला स्वतः आवडतो, पंडित हरिप्रसाद चौरसिया यांचा, नंतर शिवकुमार शर्मा यांचा, नंतर राग दरबारी मधली मोहम्मद रफी यांची काही गाणी अतिशय प्रसिद्ध आहेत. त्याच्यानंतर अमजद अली खान यांचं सरोद अतिशय सुंदर त्यांनी राग दरबारी वाजवलेला आहे. तर हे 3-4 कलाकार मी तुम्हाला सुचवले. जेव्हाही तुम्हाला आज वेळ होईल तुम्ही युट्यूबवरनं हा राग दरबारी जरूर ऐका. आणि ज्यांना स्लीप डिसऑर्डर्स आहेत त्यांनी हा रात्री 9-9:30ला ऐका आणि हा बारीक आवाजात लावून ठेवा आणि तुम्हाला आपली आपण कशी सुंदर नैसर्गिक झोप येईल त्याचा अनुभव सर्वांनी घ्या. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद मॅडम.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, Josna, thanks.
Yeah, thank
for
you. Thank
also.
you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thanks to all
Thank you,
audience.
Josna, and thank you, Dr. Soni. This was wonderful.
Thank you, Sudhir sir.
Okay, bye.
थँक्यू सर.
Thank you.